Welcome to this online lecture, and today we'll be covering lesson 4 of unit 2 on the long maddah. So let's start off on a familiar end and do a recap of what we learned in the previous online lecture. So previously we introduced the concept of the maddah, and so we said that the maddah is also a vowel symbol. And this vowel symbol stretches vowels, okay? It does not stretch consonants. Well, it may also stretch consonants as well, but that's not what we're going to be covering in this lecture. That's more so of a topic for more of an advanced topic for beginners, okay? So for stretching vowels in this instance, we will talk about, for example, long A's, long A sounds, so long sounds, and then even longer A sounds, which is that stretch, but for you have to put a couple of fingers up or a few fingers up to say that. All right, and then we also introduce the 3 types of maddahs. Now, very importantly, when I say 3 types of maddahs, I'm not limiting the types of maddahs to these 3 maddahs listed here, okay? These 3 maddahs were only listed in a group. That's why I said 3 types of maddahs. There are 2 more maddahs that I will be talking about in this lecture officially, okay? So again, the rest of the content will be covered by Brother Dawood later. So the first maddah we talked about last class was the alif maddah, and to make that sound was right? So to make that sound, you need a fatha above a letter, and I have to add that to a letter alif, okay? Don't worry about the hamza symbol too much. That's, again, an advanced topic. So that makes the sound. And then you have the letter ya, okay? So the letter ya making that e sound, okay? So let's say, so in order to make that, you need the kasra symbol, all right? Kasra symbol below the letter. That makes that quick E sound. And I have to add that to a letter ya, okay? And again, don't worry about the dots. The letter ya, we know, is ideally a consonant, all right? So it makes that letter Y sound, and I'll spell out the E sound that it makes as in total. E-E-Y, all right? So the kasra is making the E sound, and the letter ya is making that Y sound. Now you could kind of debate that maybe the letter ya is also contributing to behaving like a vowel, because it actually helps the kasra stretch that E sound with that letter Y there. So you could kind of say that the letter ya is also acting like a vowel as well as a consonant, okay? But don't worry about that too much, because we'll clarify that in class. And then lastly, the letter waw maddah. So the letter waw maddah, we said, makes that oo sound, right? That stretched double O sound. And to make that sound, you need a letter that has a dhamma symbol on top of it. And I have to add that to a letter waw, right? And so the letter waw, well, let's start with the dhamma. The letter dhamma makes that double O quick oo sound, okay? Not a stretch sound. And then you need the letter waw to make that W sound, right? So let me spell the oo sound out. O-O-W, or not ow, but oo, okay? So again, the W consonant sound or vowel kind of like sound from the letter waw would help the dhamma or the vowel symbol to make that maddah stretch sound, okay? And there's a bit of a relationship there. You'll notice the common concept between these 3 concepts here is that you have a letter in the Arabic alphabet working in collaboration with a vowel symbol to make that stretch sound. Okay, so that's what you have to know for now. But today we're going to be talking about something that kind of builds off those 3 concepts that we talked about in the previous lecture, and that is the short and long maddah. And what you'll notice is that, for example, for the 3 types of maddah, if I go to the previous slide, these 3 maddahs we're only dealing with letters of the Arabic alphabet, working with the vowel symbols to make the sound. But the short maddah and long maddah in this lecture today will kind of be like separate entities, which are separate symbols making their own sound, okay? Like ideally by stretch sounds, but that will make more sense later. And again, there is something that I kind of missed when I was introducing Unit 2 in an online lecture, and that is the fact that in your journey as a Muslim, mashallah, you'll come across a lot more vowel symbols that look very confusing, that look really complex. That is normal. Stay away from them. Only focus on the vowel symbols that we that I'm covering with you right now in lecture and in class and in these podcasts, because everything else will confuse you. Everything else beyond what I teach you will be covered by Brother Dawood or Brother David, as he's a more qualified teacher to teach the advanced level of Arabic language. So he has a better understanding of meanings of letters, words, more than I do. So I'm just meant to facilitate the beginning kind of grade 1 level, you could say, for Islam or the Arabic language in this specific unit of the course. Okay, so again, unit 2 of the course is taught by myself for beginners levels, for our beginners level, and Brother Dawood will take care of the rest, all right, much later. And so we'll still be able to read advanced Quranic phrases, so Brother Dawood will help you with the more advanced stuff, and I'll still help you. You'll still be able to read some Arabic surahs, the surahs that we talked about in Arabic, but again, more will come much later. So do not stress. That's very important. So let's get back to the content. The short madda is a small stretched vowel sound. Okay, let me just get a good color. And that is indicated by the symbol over here. You have a vertical, really short dash, a really sharp dash over here, indicating the short madda, right? Over a letter. The short madda is always placed above the letter, okay? So let's say our model letter for the day is letter ba. So letter ba with this short madda would make the sound ba, right? That stretched A vowel sound with the B sound. So the short madda is also, if we look at the equation on the right, in which I'm circling right now with the arrow as well, to make the sound, you need a letter, any letter of the alphabet with the short madda on top, or added to the short madda sound, which is a double A. Okay? So that will make the sound. All right? Now we have an example over here. What we're going to do is this first equation deals with putting the vowel symbols and the letters together to get this end result. Okay, so let's do that. You have the letter fa, right? And then you have a short madda. Okay? Now let's break this up into sounds, indicated by the second equation. Letter fa makes the F sound, right? The F sound. And then you have a short madda. What sound does that make? If we look up here, it makes the double A sound, right? Like that medium-sized stretched vowel sound. Just double A, or again, you could think of it as WH, whatever matters, as long as you're making the sound, okay? Now putting the story together, you have F-A-A, all right? So fa, that's the sound it makes. Don't go longer than that, just say fa, okay? So that is the short madda. And again, we will be doing more practice exercises in class with this. Then you have the long madda, all right? So the long madda is a bit different. Now it is a horizontal kind of wavy symbol. It doesn't really look too much, almost like this. This is a bit of an inaccurate kind of symbol. I couldn't find a better symbol, but I'll draw it. The real symbol, so I'll just cross this out for now. The real madda symbol, long madda symbol, looks something like this, okay? Something like that, like a really sharp kind of curve kind of structure there. That's positioned over the letter, okay? It's over this is the longest long madda, all right? And that makes what's indicated by the triple A sound. I'm going to just quickly correct something here. There's actually, if we look at our sound equation over here for the long madda, because it makes a greater stretched vowel sound, it's going to have another A in there. It's going to make a triple A kind of sound, right? Like, and again, I'm not saying put 3 fingers up to say this by the 3 A's. I'm just saying that it makes a long A, right? Because sometimes we have to be careful. We don't know how long we're supposed to stretch this. We just have to stretch it a little bit longer than the short madda, all right? And again, this will make sense when we get to class. But in general, the sound for the long madda, you need any letter of the alphabet plus the triple A long madda sound, okay? So now, let's go to the example here. You have a letter fa. We're going to break up this end result here, okay? So we have a letter fa. And I add this to the long madda, right? Like that. Now let's break this into sounds. What sound does the letter fa make? We already know it makes the F sound. And what sound does the long madda make? That makes the triple A sound, right? So let's put everything together and see what sound it makes. So it makes the fa sound, right? Again, notice how I'm lengthening this longer than the short madda. Short madda would be fa, and then the long madda would be fa. All right? So that is the long madda. And that concludes this online lecture. So in the next lecture, it will kind of be one of the last lectures of the vowel symbol kind of concept. We'll be covering maybe 2 or 3 more vowel symbols, and then afterwards we're going to be practicing. We're going to practice reading Arabic phrases and some verses from the Quran. But thank you for your attention and have a good weekend.